Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, aliens of all universes, welcome back
Mm.
to the Catch a Glimpse podcast, episode 40. Man, I think it's how long? When was the first episode? Do
Oh,
we remember?
I don't even know. Like
I think it was
June?
sometime in June. I remember like staying up uh until like 4 in the morning, hooking up the server PC and well you
Yeah.
you hooking up the server PC, me taunting you from the background saying, "Yo, come on man, it's not that hard. Just plug it in."
Yeah. Because I remember, like, it was in such quick succession with the county fair.
Yeah.
Because, like, we built that.
I think the county fair was like 2 weeks after.
Yeah, it was like soon after. Yeah, like
Mhm.
2, 3 weeks. Because then, like, as we built that, and we're like, oh, it's sick. And now we can use this as, like, the work PC. And
Yeah.
then we had to bring that to the county fair to run the monitors. So it was like, it
Right.
was nice how that happened. And it was like, it also, like, made sure that we had that PC for the
Right.
podcast and everything. So yeah, it was very quick, but yeah.
It,
So it's,
it
yeah,
like I
sometimes in June.
Our first episode ever is a fun fact made at 4:30 in the morning. And I think I had work at 7 that next day. So,
Yeah, and then I remember it was the second one. I want to say it was the second one or maybe the third. Then we filmed that one and it didn't film, and we had to do it again.
the second podcast was Omni's podcast.
Okay, so then maybe the third one,
It might have been the third. It's Our Craziest Dreams was that one.
because yeah, there
That
was
rings a
one.
bell.
It was either yeah, it must have been the third one then.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, and we filmed it all, and then nothing
I think it was
recorded or
Craziest
no
Dreams.
audio.
I think it was Craziest Dreams because the fourth one is My Secret Identity, and I don't think it would have been as genuine to hear them being like, "Oh, Puccio, Puccio."
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
definitely
I
then.
think it
So the
had to
third
have been
one.
the third. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, for this reminiscing, I want to bring it back to school. When we were in school, there were these moments in time where you might have been the best at your subject, and I don't want to be, too harsh, but people around you were not doing too hot, and you were the best one out of the class, and the teacher might have came up to you and was like, "Hey, can I see your paper really quick?" And they look
Mm.
at it, and then they find an issue with their key because you
Mm.
did it right and they didn't do it right. Do you have any moments like that where it was like a moment of transcendence, as you will?
Um,
Because
like I'm not like to be like I'm like a genius,
I mean, at the time you might have been.
but like I'm sure I have. I just don't remember off the top of my head
Hmm.
because there were like especially in middle school, there's not a lot of like differences between just like your base class and then like your honors or anything.
Yeah.
So a lot of times you're just grouped up with your basket of like dumb people and like smart people.
Yeah. Can we talk about that for a second? Like groups in math
Oh,
is
so
the
bad.
worst thing for somebody who has to work in their head.
Yeah. Oh,
Like,
it's just it's wrong for so many reasons. It's
yeah,
crazy.
like, all right, everybody, let's get with your group. Now, this has happened to me multiple times. I'm in a group of um me and then maybe one other person that doesn't really like talking but knows what they're doing, and then two of the popular kids
Yeah.
who don't want to do the work, but they'll willingly copy you.
Oh yeah.
Sure. Um,
1,000%.
I've straight up like I when it became to school, I didn't care. Literally, it was I would do the work, and this is multiple things. Like it was like a language class too. I did the work. I even was like, hey, so and so, do you want to do questions like 1 through 3, and then you could do 4 through 6, and then I was like, I'll bite the bullet. I'll do like seven
Yeah.
through 12.
Yeah.
It's fine. And then I did them all, and then I'm like, okay, what did you guys get for your questions? And they're like, oh, I haven't started yet. And it's like 3 minutes left of class. I'm like, I'm just gonna try and do them myself. And then
Mm.
I did them, and then they're like, "Oh, you did them? Oh, yo, can I get that?" I'm like, no.
No.
And then I'm like, they're like, "Oh, come on, just give me." Like, I went up to the teacher. I'm like, "Can they took my answers, but they didn't help. This was a solo project for me right now."
Yeah.
Like, do you have any of those moments you can remember?
Um. Okay. So the one that like off the top of my head,
Yeah.
because again, yeah, probably riddled with those. Um, but I remember it was actually fourth grade elementary school,
Mm-hmm.
and it was we were doing some science project. I remember it was straight up like I'm doing like this entire worksheet because I'm like I'm doing it right now in class, getting this thing done, so
Mm-hmm.
that way, you know, don't gotta do
When I
it,
when I
don't
get the
gotta do it at
homework,
home.
when you get the homework, I did it right as I got it.
Yeah, same. So I'm like I'm smashing this thing out,
Yeah.
and then they're just like two people start sitting next to me,
Yeah.
and it's obvious, like what they're doing, and then it's like three more people come over, and then it's just like a swarm. There's like
Yep.
8 people around me, and
Yep.
it's like, oh, this is like a study group, or just like, oh, we're just doing our homework, but it's like, okay, like this is pretty obvious at this point, guys. But
Hey, so and so, come sit over here. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. We had a lot of classes together during our senior year. It was like we
yeah,
had what was that class? Oh, that was my phone. Twitch. But it was like was it resource time?
um, yeah,
Where
we
we went with
had
Miss Pretzel? What's that called? Was that called resource time?
yeah, but it was home base, like whatever the home base is called.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had
I thought it
that.
was I thought it was called resource time, no?
That's like when you would like go out to the other classes though during that
Oh
time.
yeah, what the heck was that?
Yeah, that
Was
was
that
that
just
was flexi.
flexi schedule?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Make sure
um
you flexi schedule on
yeah,
Fridays
that
so
was
that you're
so
set up for the
pain.
whole. Why, dude? Just make another class.
Or just
Give
let us go home.
go home.
Like,
The flexi
dude.
schedule was the second period,
It was
third
like
period.
it was between 2 and 3, I think.
Was it like 20 minutes?
Yeah, like 25 minutes or something. Or I think it was
Just
like
make a longer
28 if I
just
remember.
make a longer third period.
I don't know. It was weird. But
I
yeah,
had
we had that. Then we had the video class.
Yep.
Then didn't we have
We had a.
we
I
had
think we had a study hall. No.
yeah, the first hour, right?
No. First hour was Albrecht.
So
Second hour
second hour?
was. I think we walked with each other down to the West cafeteria, and then we would have that. We would go into Benthal's,
Yeah.
like do stuff, and then from there. Oh my god! I think I had English. What
Yeah,
did you
because you
have?
had English back to back.
Yeah.
I don't remember at all what that
Oh.
period was. Maybe that was my U.S. history. I'm not sure.
It might have. I all the thing I know is Benthal. No, I had orchestra, then Benthal, then I could go home. I think. Yeah, I
Hmm.
think that sounds about right. But I have this funny story. Um, from my math class that I had. I think junior year. I want to say. So okay, I failed my freshman year of math. I failed my I think I barely passed my sophomore year of math. And then junior year, you only need to take 3 years, right, for math?
Yeah.
Yeah. Failed junior year.
Oh my gosh.
um, I think I passed sophomore, failed junior. Wait, wait. What was it? Dude. Okay, doesn't matter. I was in during junior year. I was in like a class with freshmen,
Hmm.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then I that whole year had the idea, I'm gonna pretend that I'm colorblind.
Why?
I, I, I don't know why I did it, but the joke went on for too long, and I like had to keep it up that I couldn't see blue, and it was like okay, every day, or no, it started I think at the beginning of the year, and I was like, for some reason I went, I'm colorblind, I can't see blue, and then she would just never use blue on the whiteboard.
What?
And I
What?
don't know. This is real. I pretended like I was blue colorblind and I couldn't see it. And every time somebody would use blue on the whiteboard, somebody in the classroom would raise their hand and be like, "Hey, Ryan can't see that.
But
Ryan
you
can't
can
see that."
still see it.
Right. That's what I'm thinking. Like now that it's been that long, it would just be like a gray.
Yeah, like it would just
I know. I
I
know.
don't remember like the color combinations or whatever that because like green is supposed to I don't know, it depends on what it is, but like sometimes
Yeah.
green will just look the same as like yellow. And so like you'll just have like
Right.
two yellows. But yeah, it wouldn't like
It wouldn't
disappear.
have got yeah,
Yeah.
it wouldn't have got rid of it. But people thought that I just couldn't see it and it would be white. And one day, I think it was like towards the end of the year. This is like the whole semester, right? I
Yeah.
think math was like a year long period,
Yeah.
I believe. But it was like towards the end of the year, and you have to keep in mind every time she would use blue, I would wait until she wrote stuff on the board, and then I would be like, "Hey, I can't read that." So she rewrote it.
Oh my gosh.
It would be like a whole board's worth of
Oh
stuff.
no.
But my point is, I stood up, went up to the board, grabbed a blue marker, and wrote, "I can read this."
That's so bad.
I would fake that I can't write with the blue marker, and it would be like illegible.
Mm-hmm.
That's how gullible these freshmen were. It was so bad. But yeah,
Oh
I
man.
tricked the whole class somehow, and it was Miss Worth. That was her name, my
Well,
teacher.
hopefully she got, at least a kick out of that.
Oh yeah,
Cause
she laughed so hard, and she believed it.
dang.
I think I prefaced it saying, "I'm blue colorblind, but I like can't even see. I think it's white for me. I think that's what I said."
It's just
She
like
bel
it just doesn't even make sense.
I know. They believed it, and I
Well,
think I said the reason why I did it is because I lost faith in humanity. I think that's what I said. I lost faith in
to who?
humanity, just the general public.
No, like who'd you said that to
Oh,
the
the whole
class?
class, the whole class. Yeah.
Okay. They were probably so confused.
It, uh, I'm the goat. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. Because I remember um junior year,
Mm-hmm.
um I was in like a yeah, I think junior year. I was in like a variety of like architecture and civil engineering classes.
Yep.
And
Weren't you
so
in robotics?
yeah, that was junior and senior, but that was a club. I did
Oh yeah.
intro to manufacturing my senior year. Um but in those classes cuz they're like that's any year can take it. And that was like my first class like that where any year could.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I had freshmen in that class. And not that I was, like the most like
Get out of my way, puny kids.
well no, just like not that I was like the most like older looking, but
Yeah.
like even freshmen only 2 years out, they looked like you would instantly tell that they're freshmen,
Yeah.
and that was crazy to me because I'm like I don't even think I look that much different, but I don't look like that,
Yeah.
and so that was really weird. So I just imagine a whole classroom of freshmen looking like that, and you say to them, I don't believe in humanity anymore, and leave.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, it was. It took a lot of guts to do it.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. We can look at like that, like props that you were able to go through with it for a year, because that's yeah, that's some dedication and some will
yeah,
to pull through with
I
that.
I remember in our prep rally. You know how like every
Hated
section,
all those.
every bleacher had like a section.
Yeah.
So it was freshmen, sophomores, juniors, seniors.
Mm-hmm.
The freshman's banner said freshman
Yeah.
straight out of middle school.
Yeah.
It was just the most memeable thing
Oh, one thousand
ever.
percent.
If I can find the photo
Oh, and I know what photo you're talking about too.
with Frankie,
That one and one with
well,
Riley.
Riley's, yeah,
Yeah,
but
both of
I
those are
can't really
gold.
show that one.
Yeah.
If I can find it, it's so funny.
I
Um,
think while you pull that up, I think that's like something funny to talk about is just like okay, anybody around our age and then yeah, probably anyone even older has gone through like pep rallies and stuff for high school and all
right.
that. And like the teachers, most of them try their best with like, trying to make it like actually not that they try their best to make it fun because they were all sucky, but in
Yeah,
terms of like making it not like cringe-worthy in the sense, like there's some teachers who actually had fun with it and so in that sense it was okay. But still like pep rallies and all that stuff, like again, just give us a free day, like let us just go home, like we don't need to do any of that.
yeah. Uh, there it is. There's Frankie with his mustache, everyone. Freshman
Oh
straight out of
man.
middle school. Hey, that's a great memeable photo. I'm not gonna show the other one because,
Yeah, can't do
for
that,
obvious reason,
but
nobody knows who Riley really looks like. So I can show you what Frankie looks. You
yeah,
know what Frankie looks like.
but yeah,
Um,
that one's
yeah,
out there. I wanted to say, so like you initially brought up this conversation with like the teacher like looks at your paper, like looks
yeah,
at the answers for it and stuff like that. Um, my junior year, I took just like trigonometry and I
mm-hmm.
forgot what the actual class name was called. It was like trig and something, and just took that class just because like I could have took probably like pre-calc and then I did AP stats, which
Right.
that's class sucked senior year. But I took that trig class, and this is funny because the first day I show up, and it's me just like sitting at a random table. This is all of these people are like seniors pretty much,
Yeah.
and so it's me sitting at that table, and it's two people, and I'm just like don't know them. That's fine. I'll just go through the class like normal. Then it's like a week later, and I'm sitting at that table, and it's like your individual desk, and they just clump them in groups of four, and so
Right.
it's me and those two other people, and then one day, Max shows up. Max Bright, so Frankie's brother for people out
Yeah.
there, and he shows up, and those are his two friends, and I was just like I was so confused. I'm like, wait, like, I didn't
What are the
even.
odds of
Yeah,
that?
what are the odds of that? That's so weird. And that class, like by itself, was a blast.
Yeah.
But me and Max, I would say were probably like the smartest people in that class. There's like one other girl that was super smart, but like me and Max were probably the brightest ones in that class. And so like me and Max would always get this stuff done, like whatever we're doing in class or anything, or like the quizzes. We'd always get it done like first, and she would like look at our stuff to like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, like make sure that it was all correct. And she would have like if we're doing stuff in class, she would have the key that we would like go and check our answers. And I just remember that being a blast overall. But yeah, that was definitely one of the classes that I could think
Yeah.
of where it was like that.
I have one more before we swap over to something else. I remember in Mr. Risen's class, I think it was world history, something like that. And it was a decent sized room of people, and it was just me and this one girl. I forget her name. Bothers me that I can't remember. But we were both like the only ones that would raise our hands and answer things and ask
Mm,
questions. So it would be like, what's the, what's the 2 plus 2, right? And then we have both of us.
yeah.
We're only the only ones raising our hands, and then he'll obviously pick one of us. Okay, yeah, Ryan. Oh, it's 4, right? He'll ask another question. We're both the only ones raising our hand. And he goes, anyone other than
Yeah.
Ryan and so and so. Then we wait there, and then I'm like, I'll raise my hand again just in case.
I
But
I've had that. Um, my economics class was like that.
yeah,
Yeah, and it
I
literally
hated
sucks
economics.
because like even if like okay, yeah, let's say it's like me and one other person, and then we both shout our answers, and then the teacher's like, okay, everybody except blank and blank, and it's like I get it for trying to get other people involved, but it still sucks for me just in the sense of like while and this would happen all the time. Like
It
while
would save me too, because the next question I wouldn't understand.
well,
I wouldn't get it.
I guess that kind of helps. But like it should be grilling the other people in the class, like putting
Yeah.
pressure on them. But for some reason I still feel like I'm getting like grilled, just like
Hmm.
stared down even though I should be the one chilling. And so like while like it was like kind of praise, it was also like I'd rather just get through the class at this point.
Right. Right.
But
Um. Anyways, if we're good to move on,
yeah.
I'd like to talk about, and it's gonna be coming up here soon. If anybody's ever heard about it, it's called Every 15 Minutes.
Mm.
Um. Basically, the whole thing about Every 15 Minutes is, I'm not too well versed with it, but I think it's every 15 minutes a drunk driving accident happens.
Yeah. I think it's
And
like that. Yeah.
our school, I know other schools do it, but they call it something different. But our school calls it every 15 minutes. It's basically like 4 people um, go and make a video about them like
Mhm.
partying and drinking, and then let's go to so and so's house, and then they start driving and they're like intoxicated, and then a teacher's driving from school with, I would assume, a friend, a parent's friend or parent's kid, and then they're driving out of the building, and then they're like coming to an intersection, and then and a car accident, and then the school, I think it's juniors and seniors, walk outside, and there's a set uh, accident, and
Yeah.
then the
Like a
police come,
fake set.
a
Yeah.
fake set, and but the students that were in the video that we just saw are like hanging out of the car with fake blood on their face,
Yeah.
and then there's like, we're gonna put you on a stretcher, and then it's like
Yeah, and they get like the actual firemen out there, and they like tear like they pry open like the
the
car
jaws
door
of
and
life.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's just like
that is the most
it is
traumatizing thing
like
that
in
I've ever seen.
like looking at it like in the moment, it's still not even like okay, it is very strange.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, what I'm trying to say is like in the moment, it's just like okay, this is like a stupid school thing. And then like looking back on it, it's like that is so weird to be
Yes.
in like the school year that you do
Yeah.
yearly. That is pretty strange.
I've heard other schools have done this, but they've taken it a step farther, right? That beginning of a week, they would have picked out 4 kids, and a Grim Reaper would walk the
Oh, that's what
hallways.
we had that.
Well, I know, yeah, that part we did have, but they had a Grim Reaper that would come through, pick out these kids, and then they would pull them out of the class, and then they wouldn't go to school all the way until Friday,
Mm.
right? and then they would come up. They would show up on Friday, go through their classes, but they're all wearing black, painted in black, like grayed out faces, and they wouldn't talk to anyone. They were told to not speak to anyone.
We had
Even though they're friends, they were like, just do not talk to them.
we had that. They just didn't have to wait till Friday. They would just go to
Right.
school every day like that.
But the big thing that they took a step too far in my opinion, is the police. The parents had no idea about it, but their kid knew about it. And the police would show up to the house and they would be like, "Are you Mr. and Mrs. So and so?" Like, "Yeah, what do you need?" And then they'd be like, "Your son or daughter so and so passed away in a drunk driving accident." And they would get the raw reaction of what that was.
I
And
feel
then they
like
would
that.
obviously, after the cameras are down,
Yeah,
"This is all for the school.
I feel like that
Can
has
we
to
have your
be
permission?"
like illegal.
You would think, but
Like,
the kid gave them permission,
yeah, I
right?
guess.
And they would have like a ceremony, like a fake funeral for these kids, and the parents would show up to a prep rally at the school, and they would give like their speech about their dead quote unquote
Yeah, no
kid.
one wants to like
Like, dude,
go that
I
go
don't want
through
to
that.
witness that.
Yeah,
What are you guys doing?
that
Let me just learn my math.
dude. Let me learn my 6 times 7 and just leave school, man. Like, let me go home.
But yeah,
Um,
that's so traumatizing.
that reminded me, like, over the speakers, they would ring the bell, like,
Yeah,
just like dong, dong,
yeah,
dong, and then they would read like, I don't know, fake name James Atworth on December 3rd, 2025, died in a car accident leaving the whatever, and it's like, okay, guys, like,
yeah.
you're pausing like essentially each class 4 times, and then we're going into the Grim Reapers pulling them out. And it's like, okay, we're still waiting, and it's like, I don't know. It was just too much. It was too much. You
Yeah,
could just show like maybe like a 20-minute thing once a year, and that'd be fine enough with me. I don't need more than that.
yeah, yeah. It's
But
very sad. But if we're good to swap to a different topic, I would like to bring up this theory that I had. It's called the airline theory, and it's very spotty depending on how you word it and how it actually works. So,
hmm.
in case of an accident or like a plane crash, like you're going down, right?
Hmm.
They tell you to put your head in between your legs, head over, like hands over your head, and like tuck. And my theory is that's the easiest way that's the quickest way for you to die on impact, right?
Okay.
And the reason I say this is because the flight attendants and the pilots, well, not the pilots, but the flight attendants, they go to the back of the plane and they put their feet on the back of the chair in front of them, and they live most of the time.
I mean, I'm not
And
like
then,
a,
but
you know,
but the reason for this is the reason they want the passengers to tuck their heads is so that they die and they can't be sued.
yeah, I mean,
Because if you live that, you're gonna make a hefty penny.
I don't know what to tell you, dude. Like, I, okay, I'll say this. I think you could make this type of argument with almost anything.
Anything.
You know?
Okay. You're driving down the street. Um, red light. Oh, green light. All of a sudden. Oh wait, it's red light again. Woo, woo. Oh, ticket, dude. You just got a ticket for running a red light. What
Yeah,
the
I
heck?
mean, yeah, that works too. Or, like, oh, this this vehicle has the #1 safety rating in 2022, and then you start driving it, and you're like, wow, sick. This thing is gonna be amazing. And then, yeah, you blow up, and then you can't get sued. Okay,
Uh,
I don't know.
it's scary to know that vehicles made from 2010 to now can be hacked and like controlled.
Yeah, but you can't control the driving. If it's an electric car, you can.
No, no, no. Like the system, like the whole system that the car runs off of is new from 2010 to 2022. Certain vehicles can be hacked and steering controlled and gas controlled and brakes and everything.
But how?
I'm not a hacker, man. I don't know how they do, but I
Because
know that they
for
do.
you to turn your wheel, you have to turn the wheel. You know, it's not like your wheel, and I could be totally wrong, but your wheel like isn't connected to like a motor that's then connected to like your dashboard, right? Because you would have to hack in through like the onboard, if the car has like internet or Bluetooth or whatever, it would have to ping off of something, right? So
Right.
then you hack into that. So probably the dashboard's holding that. Your steering wheel, right? It's a nice big wheel and axle. And so
Mm-hmm.
you're putting that into the
Wheel.
car. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's not like that is then put into an electric motor, which then is hooked up to your dashboard, which then, if your dashboard's hacked, they can then turn the wheel, you know, clockwise or counterclockwise with their hacking software. You know what I'm
Man.
saying? Like, you
Yeah.
still have to turn it. And that's why, like, when you're, okay, just think about like an old car that doesn't have any electronics in it. When you're turning your wheel, that's your force
Yeah.
turning the wheels on the bottom of the car. So there's no difference between that then and what's in the cars right now to do the same method.
Hmm.
So I don't think they would be able to control you driving. They would be able to, yeah, like freaking steal your Spotify playlist. But like, yeah.
2022 cars then are very scary. The
Oh
self-driving
yeah,
ones,
for sure.
very
Definitely.
scary.
Like that's like what movie is that? Um
Uh, I don't know what you're talking about.
I've one just like in my head, but yeah, like they get just freaking hacked. They can't drive, and you're just locked in there. Can't unlock the car, nothing. You're
I've
stuck.
seen I've seen these videos with Teslas, and they have like the screen, and it like shows a representation of like what the car is seeing, and like okay, for instance, they'll be driving down the street, and on the screen it'll show like a 3D model of a car passing it as it's going forward, right?
Hmm.
And it'll show like pedestrians or like a picture of a body walking on the sidewalk, right? And this car was driving through a graveyard. In this video, it was like dark outside. You have like the diagram of the car driving,
Hmm.
and then all of a sudden you see like one of like a person on like the screen pop up like, oh, it's a ghost, like, oh my god, it definitely wasn't the tombstone that it was recognizing.
Hmm.
Like that's spooky to begin with as well.
Yeah. Maybe Tesla, will be the next Ghostbusters.
What's your dream car?
Um, so I haven't looked into like my dream
Yeah.
like oh too like super expensive, like it's gonna be a while till I get a car. I have no clue. I like a lot of like old fashioned cars, like vintage cars. Like I really
Mm-hmm.
want like um the the years pretty much vary, but like 1960 something Volkswagen Beetle would be dope. Um Either
A
like
big
that or like convertible ones of those are also dope.
Yeah.
But definitely the older ones compared to like new Beetles for sure.
I
Um
think, and this is like a fun game we could do. Um, based off of and it's gonna be both of us playing. Based off of how I look and based off of how you look, what car do you think I would drive?
I don't I don't even know a lot about cars or like brands, you
Well,
know?
yeah,
So,
you look like you would drive, like a Tesla Model X.
yeah.
Yeah, so I can hack into the mainframe and
Yeah. Yeah, I
you
think
should
you
get a
look like
Tesla Model X.
I think, by law, anybody named Ryan Stork can only get Tesla Model
Oh,
X's.
okay. Yeah, I mean
So,
that's logical. Yeah.
yeah, you might get hacked. I don't know
Well,
how,
but
by who.
yeah, I don't know who would do that, but
That's weird.
um, but I've been looking at cars. I don't have a license, but if I were to get one, this would be the car that I want. Either a 2012 um, Mustang
Okay.
or a 2012 Ford GT.
Okay.
Wait, Charger GT? Charger?
I
It's
don't
either
know.
Charger GT or Ford GT. Or one that I recently just saw, a a Camaro. Well, not Camaro. Camaro? I think it was a Ford GT. Ford GT, but in lightning blue color. That would look sick. A Ford GT in a lightning blue wrap.
I'm gonna look it up just so I
Yeah,
have
go ahead. Everybody at home, please
Ford
search it.
GT. What was it?
This
Ford
car,
GT.
yeah, Ford GT lightning blue. Like it looks. Oh my gosh, with some black interior. My lord,
All right. Yeah.
it looks like it's on the lower end of cars too to like buy it. It looks sick.
Yeah, I don't know like what my like dream car is. Again, like the Beetle would be cool to like collect. I wouldn't want to like drive that.
Yeah.
A car. This car I would like straight up buy.
Mm-hmm.
Like in I would hope near future.
I want
Um,
one.
so I want to get a 1967 Ford F-150.
Ooh, 1967.
I just like the old trucks. Older trucks look way cooler than newer trucks. And I want a truck just because I'm just gonna be driving pretty much me and you
What
know,
color?
not sure. All the ones that pop up are like this light baby blue. Don't really want that.
Yeah.
Um,
Sheesh.
but yeah, I really like that car. Just a nice truck bed would be awesome for I don't know, hauling anything. So
There's the photo for everybody visually.
yeah, I think they just look way cooler than like modern trucks. All of them just look the same exact thing.
Okay, literally,
Um,
literally, this is the car that I would want. It's a Mustang GT in lightning blue. Oh my god, you can't tell me that doesn't look sick.
okay,
Um,
so do you have a car like legit, not Tesla Model X, so you can hack me, but do you have a car that's like, oh hey, that guy looks like he drives a blank?
um, I don't know. I don't see you in a truck. I don't, man. I don't want to say like a Beetle. Hmm. I don't know, like an SUV, like a black SUV,
Okay.
or maybe like a Jeep Wrangler. I see you in a Jeep Wrangler.
I I like Jeeps, so not even mad about that.
I'd get a Jeep Wrangler, but those things are gas guzzlers. I've heard. But maybe you looking it up.
No, I'm looking up the picture for the one that I see you driving.
Okay, okay. It's gonna be a freaking clown car. I swear to God.
No,
I swear. How do the clowns fit in a clown car?
no
Is
idea.
that like a
Okay,
thing?
I've looked at this as well. not my personal uh style or taste.
It's gonna be like a Barbie like bike.
No, no, no. So imagine, okay, take the Ford F-150, right?
Hmm.
And then take a Jeep and smash those two together, and you get the Ford Broncos.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so I could see you driving that.
The
So
Ford
it's not a
Bronco.
full truck bed. They're called, I think, like halfbacks or something.
Yeah,
And I still think it's cool. It's I like them.
I would still need it like lightning blue. It's just
Yeah.
any car I need it lightning blue.
I
Those
would.
colors
I mean,
sick.
this
You
one's
just
lightning blue. It's not a really good picture, but this one is lightning blue.
yeah.
So there you go. So like, if I were
Hey,
legit like see you step out of a car, I would think that one.
I need some. I'm gonna set up a GoFundMe. Please send me money so I can
Yeah.
get a Ford Bronco or a Mustang GT. Uh, 2010. It's only 20
That's
grand.
all I want, man.
It's only 20 grand. I can buy it.
Yeah, the reason why I want that F-150 is, again, I think older cars look cooler.
Hmm.
I want the truck bed for everything attached to that, but then also like that car, granted, most of them need work, which would be cool to learn how to work on cars through that, but they only
Hmm.
cost like 3K, 4K. And while, like that's still freaking $4,000, but that's
Yeah,
way less compared to buying you know, like your like Saturn cars, like the super, just like
yeah.
shabby ones that you usually buy out of like high school and
The
college and
junkyard.
stuff. Yeah. So, yeah.
um, if we got enough time, we could swap over what you're gonna be doing soon.
Well, we got like 2 minutes.
Sure,
So,
smash it out.
yeah, this is how I'm gonna pay for my car. Oh, um, so last time we talked about work, I was working at HDI Wholesale, and that's a seasonal job. I was just a lot of like picking up boxes, putting them on pallets, wrapping pallets, and stuff like that. Soon, I'm hoping to be working at Serigraph, which is only like 8 minutes away from me, and
My mom worked at Serigraph.
yeah, and it's like a similar job in terms of what I'll be doing, but the reason why I want like it's gonna be nice working here for like the remainder of the school year, then over summer is it's part time. It's max 28 hours a week, and I don't plan on working full time over the summer even. So like 28 hours is definitely enough a week, and I only have to work a minimum of 12 hours a month to stay in the loop. So like
Yeah,
that's like nothing, and I'll be able to keep that job. You know, I'll work as much as I possibly can, of course, over the summer and stuff. But it's like super
sure.
flexible. You schedule like 4 hour blocks, like it's per week, so it's not even like availability. It's just like whenever you want to go in, you go in. So I'll be doing that the rest of the school year.
Oh, you'll
Um,
be playing Warzone. Don't you worry.
oh, yeah,
We'll be
yeah,
banging and booming on Warzone.
uh-huh, yeah. But then
Oh,
it's pretty nice because then when I come home from Stevens Point, like over the winter and stuff, then I can probably go back to working like for those weeks that I'm home.
hmm.
Um, yeah, and just like keep that as my new job. So I just like the flexibility of that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Um, hey, if we're good to end it here, you take it away,
Ah,
buddy.
alrighty. Thank you guys so much for watching the 40th episode. That's crazy. We did a little
Big
throwbacks to some high school memories and just things, that we had on our minds, how it
yeah.
goes. We hope you guys like listening to our conversations and, honestly, it might just be me and Ryan, might just be, just me. I don't know. But we'd like to hear from you, honest.
I would
So
love to hear from you
if
guys.
you're on YouTube, you want to put a review in on iTunes and Spotify, go on Instagram, type a comment there. We'll respond. We'll talk about something that you guys want us to
We'll
talk
bring you
about.
up in the next episode.
We'll bring you up. We'll shout you out just for funsies. So Go do that.
Nobody's ever done it in
No one's
all
ever
these
done it,
40
and it's
episodes.
crazy because it's 40
Nobody has
episodes.
asked us a question on Instagram or anything like that.
I just
So,
think nobody watches. Like once they start hearing the wrapping up, they cut.
yeah.
So maybe we'll chuck it
Gotta
in
stick
like
to the end.
first or something next.
Sure.
But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. These episodes are uploaded at 7 a.m. on iTunes, Spotify, and then 4:30 p.m. on Sundays. YouTube, no visuals. The Glimpse YouTube channel. Go check that out with the 4:30 p.m. Wednesday uploads also on the Glimpse YouTube channel. All these links can be found on the link tree. We also have links to Instagram and TikTok for the quick and easy content and any announcements that we have going on. So go check those all out if you want to. I'm not forcing you, but hey, I'll dap you up if you do.
We highly suggest it.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll talk to you guys next week. And goodbye.
Goodbye.